All right, coordinating with Chris because we have some steaks that I took out this morning for breakfast. So had those marinating, and she's gonna cook here in a bit. We're gonna have steak and eggs, beans, and garlic bread for breakfast is the plan. And I need to get all my stuff set up here because we are moving into Dune Awakening time. Put that up there. That goes here. Hang on, guys. I got cable management shit I gotta deal with. That's that. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Let me see. The first thing I need to do here. Oh, it will be an amazing breakfast. That's all we do here is amazing breakfasts. That's how we roll in our house. So, our guild on Sunday split into two halves, which is one half is Harkonnen and one half is Atreides. We're all in the same siege. Um, there are people on different sieges, but we're all within the same server. It's our community it's like 22 or 25 people, I think. And so we redistributed yesterday, as of Sunday. I am now in the Atreides version of the guild, which is called House of Refuge, and we have gotten everybody moved over who's going to be in the Atreides version of the guild. There's also a Harkonnen version of the guild um, for roleplay purposes. Um, so we have declared Atreides. The Landsrad changes happened yesterday. Blackthorn has been heading up the Deep Desert base preparations. We had a guild contribution chest down in Sale that everyone's been contributing to. We have our first Deep Desert base going up today, I think, or it might have been up yesterday, but I think it's officially we're going in this week. And the guild is starting its foray into the Deep Desert. We are not PvP, we are PvE, but we are beginning T6 like harvesting and all of that other stuff. So part of my responsibility in relation to that is my base is the base that is going to be used for the T6 production facilities. So a major part of my focus this week is going to be continuing the base build, which we have been working on for, you know, the whole time I've been playing. I've been working on this base build. I have a massive land claim. This is going to be, we're set up to do this. So a good portion of today's stream is going to be expanding this base a bit. So I was working on this the other day. I have to get additional energy facilities up to put the pentashield up top here for the carrier Thopter. Once I get that done, that'll be ready to go. And then up here, I will move the assault Thopter up top, and then I'm going to build a storage bay here probably, and then we're going to be doing a combination of I just probably put some T6 facilities up here, like production facilities up around here. Once we drop we'll drop the assault carrier right back in here, and then this section right here, the top section of this will be for like advanced refineries and things of that nature. And then if we need it, I'm also going to be expanding the garage build down here to encompass a second story, which is going to wrap around in between these two pillars that are right here. So in between here, I can expand, and we can push that back in there and then build this up as a second story production facility as needed. So lots of base building ahead for this week. I am completely done with my gear grind, so I have no gear left to get. Thanks for the gifted sub, Slacker. Appreciate that. Because yesterday I popped in. It was my day off from streaming, but I popped on yesterday and I was able to get the schematic for the Syndicate breastplate and the Mendex breastplate. So I now have I'm purpled out. The only thing I don't have in purple is the cutter array. That's the only piece of purple gear that I don't have. Everything else is full, like upper T5, lower tier 6 purple gear. So I have a full set of scout gear, a full set of heavy gear, a full suite of weapons. I have schematics for everything. I have my compact compactor. I have the schematic to make the upgraded um, handheld life scanner. I haven't made it yet. So right now, everything for me is I gotta start making a list of what we need to get together for the T6 production, and then let the guild know so that people can start contributing to that. Because the first thing I have to build is I have to get additional power facilities up and going. So I'm going to need a whole bunch of duraluminum, and then after that is going to be wind traps, um, and after that is going to be large water cisterns. So I can go farm the industrial pumps on my own. That's not a problem. But I don't have. We're going to need a whole bunch of duraluminum, etc. So I need to make a Discord post right now so that we can get this set up. Okay. Let me go do the Discord post. I'm going to move this keyboard out of the way for the moment. Anyway, good morning, everybody. We're going to get going here. And I'll probably at some point, I want to go do a deep desert run because I need to go. Yeah, I know I can buy them, and I might buy them, Howie. I've got plenty of coin, but I do need to do another deep desert testing station run as well. Okay, so let me put a list here. All right, at least we need. What is it? How do I spell it? Uh, I will still not be doing. I'm not gonna do a death still if I can avoid it. However, I will probably put one in place for the guild to use, so it will get built at some point. All right, Discord messages out. Okay. So that post is out. Let me close down this. That's good. That's good. Okay. Go back over here. Get that out of the way. Move this up here. This up here. I've not finished building the pentashield yet. I'm not at that point because I need power before I can place it. Okay. Okay, so my next stage of things, I just put this up in the guild Discord as well, to even move to the next stage of production, which is to get set up, right? So before we can even build the medium spice refinery, the large spice refinery, the advanced garment fabricator, like all that stuff is plastinium. Before we can even get to that point, I have to get power set up, power and water. So my current goal is I need to get wind turbine directionals set up, and I need wind traps set up, and I need large cisterns set up. And in order to do that, I need a boatload of duraluminum, and spice melange not so much of, but definitely boatloads of duraluminum, which means a lot more aluminum, sorry. I need aluminum, and yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to go sticky that in the Discord, actually pin that post. Okay. I definitely want to make that, but let's hold off on that for a second. Let's make our standard filters. I need 4 of these. Let's make that long range scanner. How many storage is the large? I have no idea. I need more power to the engines, Captain. Oh, I should probably go place all this stuff up in the chests. Got rid of all that. I already have the collapsible Dew Reaper. Have that. Let's stash. I don't know why I'm carrying that around. Okay. The large water cistern, is that what you were asking about, Tombs? Looks like it's gonna need. It looks like it might need 2. You might be able to get away with 1. I don't know. It looks like it's tall enough that 1 wouldn't be high enough. Because I'm putting it right there against the wall. It looks taller than the wall. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and break this down. Spice refinery. No, which one are you asking about, though? There's multiple spice refineries. You talking about the medium or the large? Because holy shit, the large is so big it won't even fit in here. I don't know that it says how big it is. Medium is definitely 2 stories. Medium is definitely 2 stories high. Large looks like it's 3. I have no frame of reference because, oh, it might be, yeah, it's 3 because it doesn't quite hit the roof. Maybe it does go through the roof though. I can't tell from down in here. Oh no, it's way bigger than 3 because it's going through the roof. So yeah, man, that's big. That's probably in, yeah, that's big. I don't know where I'm gonna put that yet. So that's a future problem. We're a long way from needing that. If I had to guess, I'm going to end up when I build this garage expansion down below, I'll have to build it tall enough to accommodate. That looks like it's at least 4, maybe 5. I don't know. It's big. No, I already have vertical staking units. I'm 6 or 7 claims high, so I'm fine in that regards. I just don't have the building for it yet. Because I don't want to put the refinery outside because that'll get eaten up by the weather. All right, first things first. Yep, it'll end up getting its own housing probably. Not its own, I will end up building a, it'll be part of the garage. On the back side probably. Between the 2 pillars. I got lots of space to build, guys. I have 6 horizontal claims and 6 or 7 vertical claims. I'm good to go on space. But I'm a long way from, as a guild, we're a long way from needing even the medium spice refinery. Like right now, we need to get set up for the production facilities in the first place, which means power and water. Because the guild is just now placing its first base in the deep desert this week, which means we are just now starting to harvest tier 6 resources. It's a long way away. All right. Let me go do a harvesting run really quick because I'm going to need... I'm not the person in charge of that, so I don't, the recruitment thing is not a me thing. Mostly it's if you put your feelers out, and there's a lot of factors that go into it, passing the vibe check, hanging out for a while, making sure you're the right person to fit. It's not something where we just have people jump in immediately. It's a if the message has been put in Discord, I would say just be patient and someone will eventually get back to you. But I'm not handling any of that stuff, so don't know. All I know is expect it to be something that is a process, not something that happens immediately. Yay for finding out where all the new nodes are this week. All right, I need lots of aluminum and I need more plastone because this base build is gonna take a while. That's copper, I don't need it. There may have been some nodes right there. There are nodes right there. I just didn't see them because we're crossing by. It's like tucked away. That's granite. I don't need granite. Yeah, slow and steady ruins the day. Oh, dang darn. No, you didn't miss much, man. Just getting going here. We're 30 minutes in. Just harvesting. It's gonna be a slow day today. I will get some ore processing, and then I'm gonna go do a deep desert run. Get some schematics to sell on the broker. And then we're gonna work on base build. Yeah, those deep desert testing stations are the way to go, man. Once you get them down, If there's no mobs up, it's 30 minutes max to do those 5, and you'll come out with $250,000, $300,000 worth of schematics. Sometimes you'll get unlucky, and you might only get like 75,000 worth of schematics. It might be low quality shit, but man, I have reliably pulled out like 250,000, 300,000 per day since I started doing that grind. Average, meaning that there are some days that are less than average, but then there are days when I've made like 400,000. So I'm gonna let those guys blow each other up. I'm gonna go back down the mountain, start my harvesting run. Ooh, hold on, I missed a piece of basalt there. I need so much of this for the base build. Yeah, it goes quick once you get going. It really does. Like, I consider myself broke right now because I only have like, I have 245,000, and I'm like, I'm broke. And that's what I have in the bank. I have like another 100K stashed in a chest back at my home base here around the corner. One day they're gonna fix this bug. It would be great if it was still harvesting, like. Alright, grab this basalt and then head home. Oh, it's not a glitch though. Like, it doesn't do anything. It's a visual bug is all it is. The laser keeps firing at the node even though the node is gone. So it doesn't do anything. It's just a visual thing. It's not like it's actually harvesting more ore. It's no different than the spice flows that, like, wait, there's still 6 pieces of spice. Like, it still shows spice on the ground. Why isn't it harvesting the spice? Because you've already finished harvesting the spice. It's a visual bug. The spice is gone, but it just shows up that it's still there. So. Alright, let's get this back to base and processing. What's up, Pale Splash? Spider. What's up, Scyther? Everybody else joining? If you're new, don't forget we are live on YouTube and Twitch, both places. We're also live on the Steam page. Dune Awakening. Shout out to Funcom. If you're watching on the Steam page or on Twitch, don't forget to head on over to the YouTube channel because everything in between the streams happens on YouTube. Game guides, reviews, movie reviews. Chris and I just started watching season 2 of The Sandman. We've reviewed the first 3 episodes. I'm going to be finishing up Murderbot today, tomorrow, the next day, and then prepping for Foundation. And season 3 of Foundation, season 3 of Strange New Worlds, because I love Star Trek. I have no idea whose bases I passed right now. Alright, that's done. We need to get ore processing. And probably... Honestly, I should be good with silicone. I've got like... I don't even know how much... Oh, I've got a bunch of... lube I need to shove in the turbines. Oh, yeah, don't rush to build a spice refinery. Like, this one I made because it was easy, but like beyond that, like, no. No, 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 no. All right, right now we are going to process a boatload of aluminum. And I'm actually, excuse me, I'm going to turn around and do another run really quick. Actually, no, because those won't be respawned yet. I should probably go check. I should probably go check Arakeen and see what I have, if I sold any more stuff. Because I had stuff on the broker. And then we can see if the ore has respawned. I don't know what the ore respawn timer is here. Yeah, it's 4 ceilings. Yep. Yeah, they're going to have to fix that long term, the lighting thing. My base is also extremely dark during the day, and it sucks. But that's a thing they'll have to work on long term with like shaders and lighting and stuff. So. Yep, that'll be a long-term polish fix. Looks great during the nighttime, but not during the day. I got. I would do it another day, Howie. Um, I gotta stay ahead of the guild. I've got a lot of building I gotta get done today. So I gotta go on another aluminum mining run right now because I need a boatload of duraluminum. And then I gotta turn around and start building the base out. Because I gotta get the garage sorted. The carrier pad is sorted, but I need a pentashield for it, but I can't put the pentashield on until I get more power set up, so I need to focus on getting power set up, and that means that needs a boatload. I need hundreds of duraluminum, hundreds, and I only have like 50 on hand, so that's my priority today. Gots to get the guild facilities up and going. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, Saracen, for like a week, 10 days now, is just running, and I'll probably run some today here in a bit. Um, just to keep my cash flow going on. And there's a new loot table this week, so who knows what I might find. Yeah, it's definitely nice to balance it, Scyther. Like, do a couple hours harvesting, do a couple of hours of building, do a couple hours of missions, do a couple of hours of dungeons. It's nice to have a nice balance. When I doubt I'll do any more big 12-hour streams now that I'm past with the storyline. But when I was doing the big 12-hour streams during the first week or so of the game being live, that was definitely my rotation. Was do 2 or 3 hours of this, 2 or 3 hours of that, 2 or 3 hours of this, 2 or 3 hours of that, and you get a nice balance of all of the things that the game has to offer. Okay, we got a couple of expired things, which is fine, and then we sold a couple things, another 70,000 credits in the bank. back up to 315,000, and let's turn around and resell the ones that I just got in my inventory. That desert garb is only worth... Oh my god! It dropped so many times last week that it went from being worth 70,000 to 3,000. I'm not even going to sell it for 3K. 3K. I'll memorize it. I'll just sell this for 20,000. Come on now. Don't give me that stupid bug. Shiv is still probably, I can still probably sell it for 50. Let's do it for 15. I think I will memorize that breastplate though, unless I already have one. Oh, fuck it, I don't care. Okay. You will need way more plastone than you think you need. It never stops. Exactly, Zedekis. You will always need more plastone. And granite. I keep finding myself needing granite too for like interior decorations and stuff. It's like, no, now I gotta go get granite again. Damn it. It's just when you thought you were done with tier 1. Nope. Let's see if the nodes have respawned. If they have, I'll do another aluminum run. Otherwise, we'll probably do some building. ¿Qué pasa? Smigo! What's up, buddy? Did mommy let you in the office? What are you doing? What are you doing? The nodes are up, so yes, we can do another run. Here, guys, have a gratuitous kitty shot. He's just sitting on the floor. He just got let in the office. Oh, he's just gonna plop himself down on the floor, apparently. Usually he goes straight for the bed. Yeah, resurveying is great because you get 100 XP a pop, man. That's how I've gotten my like last 2 or 3 dings, has just been resurveying the A and B sectors every week. It's great. 200 is the max, correct. Alright, I definitely need to also get some more granite now that I'm thinking of it, because the basement garage build needs more granite. What's up, buddy? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Mommy said you wanted to come in here. Now you're asking to go back out? Are you sure you want to go out, or are you just talking? You gonna go in the box? There is no duplicates. There are no duplicates happening. So let's refrain from spreading rumors in the chat, please. Duplicates and dupes are not a thing we talk about. That's a Funcom thing. If you see dupes happening, you need to report dupes happening, but I have yet to see any actual duplications happening at all. Funcom has nuked those as soon as they happen, so yeah, let's keep those in the appropriate place. I am not a tech support for Funcom, so if you suspect that there is a duplicate item or someone is duping, you need to report that to Funcom, not on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It is no more a real thing than, oh, there's hackers. There's a speed hack. No, there's not. There is an error, a bug that a couple of people have had. And those people get caught and banned immediately. So it is not an actual issue. I'm 300 hours in, for instance. I have not had a single bug. That's not true. That's not true. One of the nights, like 4 or 5 nights after the game launched, Joel was actually in my stream when it happened. We did have an issue where there was an NPC who refused to trigger his quest state, and we just had to relog the client and it fixed. So that's not true. I have actually seen a bug in 300, one bug in 300 hours. So this idea that there's speed hackers, no, there's not. There's dupers. Not really. There's a couple of bugs that have cropped up that certain people are taking advantage of, but that does not make it a widespread problem. I have got to take care of this cat, so hang on. Smeagol apparently did not want to be in the office. Like he just wanted to come in and say hi. My favorite so far has been the people who claim that the speed hack is a hack. It's not a hack. It was a bug around certain vehicles, and that bug got quashed pretty quick, and those people were banned very quickly. And also Alright, well, we're gonna just bye-bye. Yeah. I specifically said don't talk about it anymore, and you talked about it more, so you have now been banned. Please don't break the rules of my chat, folks. Thank you very much. I saw it with my own eyes. I don't care. I asked you not to talk about it. I specifically said don't talk about it again. So yes. But I have to be right on the internet. I probably don't need any plastic for now. I just need to focus on the aluminum. Oh, there's always, every day, we get people who are like, but I saw a hacker, I saw a cheater. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Someone on Reddit told you something, and now you're trying to spread rumors on my channel. And no, we don't do that here. We don't participate in rumor mongering. And it's always someone, they always say the same thing. I saw it happen. I've got screenshots. Good for you. Report them in the proper place. My channel is not the... But you're a big streamer. No, I'm not. But Funcom's not doing what I want them to do immediately. They didn't... Remember how we were talking earlier about the people who are sore losers, and every time they lose in PvP, they accuse the other side of hacks and cheats? That's literally what it comes down to, is you have a bunch of people who get upset about something, and... I have screenshots. Great. Funcom has a team of professional engineers who have access to all of the data on the back end. Trust me, cheaters get caught. Duplicates get fixed. Errors are found and patched. The first rule of Fight Club is we don't talk about Fight Club. Yep. I think this is where we turn around. I don't think I've ever come up this far to harvest aluminum. But holy crap, is there a lot of basalt this time around, which is awesome. Zone change. Oh shit, I'm on the edge of a PvP zone. Alright, I think we've gotten all the aluminum there is up here. Back down we go. Down, down, down through Goblin Town. Exactly, Pale Spider. And that's why. So, Pale Spider said over on Twitch, I have programmed in Unreal for almost 5 years. Replication doesn't really work the way these people seem to think it is. Not only that, but everything about Dune Awakening is server-side authenticated, which means the hacking that people think is going on isn't actually going on. It's server authoritative. People can't hack server authoritative. I think I made a wrong turn up here somewhere too. I gotta figure out where the frack I'm at. Yeah. I gotta go back this way. I totally did make a wrong turn. I've never come up this far before, but there's so much basalt this time that I had to actually go up further than I normally do to get all this aluminum. And I went up so far that I think there's like a turnoff up here. But I missed all of that. Have I met any Have I met any tier 6 alphas today? Not today. They have been gloriously absent. I'm sure someone will show up eventually. Oh no, vehicle inventory full. I gotta make my way back down the mountain now. Isn't that Jin's base? The one with the big framework right there? It's another guild member's base right there. That was the turnoff I missed on the way back down. Anyway, that's a guild member's base up there. Right. Too many people try to use the word hack because they think it means something. It's like, I feel like Princess Bride. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. Alright, we got a nice haul of aluminum now. Content update is supposed to be happening like August, I think. I don't know that they have a date on it, but they have said every 3 to 4 months is the plan to drop content updates. The first one might be a little delayed because their priority out of the gate is to do bug fixes and get the Landsrad and Deep Desert working properly. But I would anticipate that as soon as they've got the Deep Desert and the Landsrad balance issues, kind of working relatively well, they will push that first story drop. So I would anticipate August, if I had to guess. I doubt it'll be July because they're still working on ironing out the kinks with the Deep Desert and the Landsrad. So, and I'm totally fine with that because honestly, I've got so many other games that I'm playing, and our guild is just now getting into the Deep Desert. We've got weeks, if not months, ahead of us for T6 production, and there's so many things to do. I always laugh when people are like, I'm already done with the game. Okay. We'll do our Death Stranding 2 thumbs up. Good for you. I'm not. I'll be here for at least the rest of the year. If not on a daily basis, at least multiple times per week, because there's just so much to do. And I'm continuing to get really good traffic with the game, and as long as that stays true, yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer to keep playing the game. If the audience is tuning in and having fun and it's helping grow the brand, I would be stupid not to do it every single day. Especially when I'm still having lots and lots of fun. Alright. I am going to have to get some more storage set up, though, because I just maxed that storage chest. Alright. Well, that's also a hard thing to balance when you have a game that's older, and I'm assuming we'll get to that point with this game at some point down the road. But for now, it's still new. That's right, JK. Pay me to do what I enjoy, damn it. 301 pieces of hold that thought before we do that. I should probably, because I'm about to do some base building, let me put that on hold. Oh, you know what, though? Give me a second. I am pretty sure Blackthorn gave me a bunch of plastone the other day that I stuffed in the assault thopter. Oh, I must have already pulled it out. How much do I have, though? I have 3,700 plastone. That should be enough to do stuff. Oh, it picked it up. That's... Why wouldn't it stuff it back in the chest? I think I'm gonna have to build another storage chest here. Possibly. It hasn't started. I mean, I've got plenty of space still. Nah, I'm good. Alright, let's refine 432 aluminum. And I still have water surplus. Yay! Alright, that should get me a ton of duraluminum. Although I'm going to need more crystals at some point. Hobo Star coming in with a $2 super chat on YouTube says, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Yeah, it's so true. Like, I get people all the time who are like, how do you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do this every single day? Someone looked, I think it's on the video I just posted of my schedule for July, and they're like, oh my God, how do you not burn out? And it's like, dude, I have worked some of the shittiest jobs known to man. I grew up on a dairy farm. I milked cows. Forced manual labor from a father who was super religious and had us living out in the middle of nowhere and homeschooled for 6 years. I was a homeschooled farm kid who was forced to get up every single morning at 4 o'clock in the morning and go walk the fields, round up cattle, milk cows at 6 o'clock in the morning, do it again at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, haul hay in the middle of Missouri summertime, forced to work for the vet during the summertime, for the large animal vet. I grew up on a dairy farm, shoveling cow shit and milking cows for the first 16 years of my life. I will never take for granted playing video games for a living. And then after that, I went and worked construction for the family and the family business as a third-generation ceramic tile and natural stone contractor. Hated every minute of that, but it was pre-internet. I didn't finish high school. I didn't go to college. I was forced into that lifestyle as well. Hated every minute of it. Got fired like 4 times by my dad. You know, have a zero relationship with my parents because of my childhood and upbringing. I have worked physical labor. I worked physical labor all the way up until I was 28. 28 was when I switched over and started. I shut down my construction company, moved to Bulgaria, started writing for a living, and then I became a writer. And I was able to start doing what I love, which is writing and traveling. I started doing travel blogging, travel photography, travel videography, worked my way into social media management and marketing, became a public speaker, took all of that knowledge and started doing game development, and then made it to this point. So I have been very blessed since 2008 to do what I love after 20 years of being forced to do things that I hate. I will never, ever complain about video games. Ever. You will never, ever hear me talking about, oh, games are shitty. 2025 is the worst year of gaming ever. Like, no. Like, I play video games for fun, yes, but also I've been able to take that, and pursue a living at it. So it's like, it's one of those things where, no, I don't have a problem getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and sitting down in my boxer shorts with a cup of coffee and playing video games for 12 hours a day. The only limitation I have right now is my eyes are like, dude, you're getting older. Maybe you need to upgrade monitors and stuff. It's like my only complaint. and thumb fatigue from the controller. Oh, that's why I had such a good time making that video the other day. I think it was Sunday we did that. Oh, this is insane. Because I get so sick of hearing guys like Luke Stevens and Matty Plays talk about games suck. Games are such in a horrible state. The gaming industry is fucking ruined. Bah. Get the fuck out of here. You kidding me? There are more games every year. I can't play all the games. Like every month, someone's like, "You're gonna play this. You're gonna play this. You're gonna play this. You're gonna play this." And it's like, no, I can't. I have to I have to focus my energy. Like I can only play so many games per month. I don't have a team of editors, so that I can sit here for, 14 hours a day playing all the games. I could do 8 hours, 10 hours a day of streams, 12 if I'm really pushing it, but usually 6 to 8 hours of streams is all I could do because I still have to go away from here and do video editing, edit my YouTube shorts, my TikTok shorts, answer all the DMs, answer all my emails, line up different things, talk to companies. Like I do a lot, but I love what I do. And it's like, we had this discussion so my wife and I continued the conversation yesterday because I took a day off from streaming yesterday to rest my eyes. And she and I were talking about like we had a discussion last week. We were talking about fame and like blowing up and why I don't want to blow up because more money, more problems. Like, I think the perfect example of this is if you look at what's happening over the last year to Pirate Software. Like, he sort of had 7 years where he was just sort of streaming in the background, slowly growing, and then he blew up. Like over the not last year, the year 2023, 2024, he blew up. And he went from having like 400 people a day in his streams to having 15, 20,000 people a day in streams. His YouTube went from 15,000 to 2 million in a year. And if you've watched his 2024 and 2025 arc, it has just been a rapid decline because of arrogance and poor inability to take responsibility for his actions constantly. Well, I worked at Blizzard. And it's like he's got the ego got to him. Like, and that's something where it's like more money, more problems, man. Some people can't handle fame. Some people can't handle getting big. And then the whole more money, more problems thing is like you get more money, now you have to hire a team, you have to hire editors, you have to hire more accountant. Like I have an accountant. I don't pay him full time, but I do have an accountant. I get charged once a year a pretty hefty fee for what they do to me to take care of my tax returns and everything else. And in between there, I have consultations. But I've also, in the benefit of having run my businesses, I started off, my very first business was an S Corp when I was 21 years old. I formed an S Corp and I had 2 employees. So S Corporation, which means the corporation is its own entity. I wrote myself a monthly paycheck and my employees got weekly paychecks. And I've ran an S Corp. I've had multiple LLCs. I've had sole proprietor LLCs. I've had multi-partner LLCs. I still maintain 2 LLCs with my brother. I'm a sole proprietor with this. So I've run businesses before. This is not the first time. I've done taxes before. I've done payroll before. I've done all this stuff before. So more money, more problems. More money means now your accountant goes from being just a once a year guy who maybe you consult with every 6 months to being somebody you have to have on payroll because they have to manage all of your employees. And more people in chat means I have to hire moderators. Then you have to manage the moderators. Management of people is its own headache. Like, I think I'm at the point in my life where I just want to keep it to a one-man show. So as long as I can, however big this gets, I want it to be something I can manage on my own. I don't ever want it to get to the point where I have to have a team of people. Honestly, last year I was debating like getting a video editor and hiring a moderator, and now I'm just kind of like, I don't really want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. because that's people management, and I don't want to do people management. It's like that's why I'm not managing a guild in Dune Awakening. Like I don't want to do people management. It's too much work. Eh, Yes, that's the thing, Pale Spider. When you have that many people watching, no matter what you do or say, someone is going to get offended. And then that someone is going to go make a video about it, and then that video is going to get picked up by 6 streamers, and those streamers are going to take it to Reddit, and suddenly you've got this fire festival of a meltdown situation where it's like, I don't need that kind of shit in my life. Like, I'm content to just play games and have fun. Pale Spider says I grew up hauling hay and doing farm work in Kansas. I feel that pain. Oh yeah, no, and my brother still does it. Like, if you're in the Discord, I do video editing for my brother for their ranch, and like we were talking about this, we were joking during the Death Stranding 2 stream earlier today. Like he was doing a, because my brother has a pretty big TikTok following on his personal account, and then we also have the ranch accounts as well. But on his personal TikTok account, he was doing this meme about, oh, it looks like a sweet treat. And he had like a row of ibuprofens, you know, and he's only 30, I think he's 32. But that ranch shit, man, when you do ranch work for a living, it takes a toll on your body. And that's why I never take this for granted. Like, I get to sit in an air-conditioned office. I do have pants on, life shorts on. I'm not sitting in my boxers today, you know. I at least have actual shorts on. But a lot of times I'm just sitting here in my boxers, and I've like panned the camera down to show people the cats or something. They're like, "Oh my God, your white legs!" And it's like, I don't really care. I don't need to put on pants. I have bedhead every single time I sit down. At least 4 or 5 times a week, I'll get somebody making fun of my receding hairline, and I'm like, "Don't forget the bald spot that your mom likes to caress every single night and lick. Don't forget that." Like, I'm old. I don't give a shit. Like, the days of me worried about my public appearance are long, long, long gone, honey. Like, I don't leave my house unless you pay me a shitload of money. And I'm in a very blessed place to not have to worry about finances, so to speak. Yeah, I'm married. I'm comfortable. Everything's paid for. I play games for fun. It is for my job at the same time. Um, but like this whole like the streamer thing too. It's like, oh, well, I want to win awards. I want to go to the stream show. I want to go to the stream. I want to go to TwitchCon and win an award. Why? Why would I want to go to TwitchCon? You know, it's like it's hundreds of people, germs. You're gonna get sick. You're always gonna get con crud. Every single time you do a conference, you get con crud. Every time. Is it worth it going to a conference to get con crud and you know, be around people for 3 days for what? To pat yourself on the back and, oh, I won an award. Yay, I'm so important. Fuck that. Just pay me. Show up, watch the streams, help me make my ad revenue. That's all I care about, kids. I'm pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. All right, I gotta switch over to my still suit because we're gonna do some base building. My number one priority right now is oops, those are the wrong things. Centering still suit garment. Gloves. That's right, I don't have pants with this set. Our number one priority right now is we're trying to decide, do we buy farmland here where we live, where we kind of didn't want to because it's kind of hot where we live. But there's an opportunity that's been presented to us that we would kind of be stupid not to take advantage of for the price that's being offered for the land. Or do we wait and keep saving and buy the mountain property in like another 2 years? That's literally the our biggest dilemma right now is, do we keep saving or spend the money now? Like, that's the highlight of the problems in my life, knock on wood. It's like, matter of fact, I think next Monday we're supposed to go look at a property. We thought about yesterday, but then I ended up not going. Um, we ended up not going out and visiting her family. We just stayed. We went. She and I went out and had breakfast together. Went for a walk at the river. Went and got steaks, which are marinating right now for breakfast. Came back and watched TV. I slept like all day yesterday. It was glorious. I slept in and then I took like a 3 hour nap. No, I've not had any server issues. No bugs, no server issues, etc. I just flashed you. That's right. Here for another flash. Best receiver of an award. There you go. Tell your mom stream's gonna run long. I'm gonna be late tonight. What's the armor difference between your still suit and light armor? I actually don't know, Slacker. Uh, Not a lot. I'm pretty sure my armor is a little higher than my still suit, perhaps. But the heat protection and dehydration is, I tend to like this a little bit more for building stuff. All right, I need to let me bio, and then we're gonna start the base build. I got a lot of base building to get done today. All right, I got fresh coffee. Arrgh. I have a set of heavy armor floristic, a set of light armor, and a set of my still suit. I actually did that video last night. where I told people I was like 99% of the game I have used heavy armor. I only switched to light armor when we started doing the deep desert group testing stations because there is so much in your face combat. I needed the blade mitigation because I was getting my ass kicked. I was able to stay away and keep a distance um, during my entire solo run. However, those final rooms where you get the 7 waves of mobs in the deep desert, it's impossible to stay away from the mobs. They just bum rush you with your group. So even though you have 3 other people with you, you can't stay away from them. And so I'm constantly just taking so many blade hits. And it was like my heavy armor, it's like I can't dash because I'm out of stamina because of the stamina drain. So I switched to the light armor for those deep desert testing stations, but I'll use heavy armor for all my solo stuff. So it's nice to have 2 sets of gear. Yeah, G Portal stuff is different, guys. Yeah, G Portal has nothing to do with Dune Awakening. So if you're having server issues and you're on a private server, yeah, that's a G Portal thing. That has nothing to do with Funcom. All right, I need my notebook. Okay, I'm probably gonna work on expanding the garage first because there's no point in me doing the I can't do the pentashield until I get more power, and I can't do more power until I have a bunch of more duraluminum set up. Okay. I'm at the edge of what I can build here. Yeah. I don't find it very difficult to get Spice Melange solo at all. There was just a Spice Blow here that happened about 30 seconds, well, more than that now. Like 90 seconds ago, there was a Spice Blow here in the Haga Basin. You gotta be available. Like, you gotta roll around. Um, it can blow anywhere. So when you hear a Spice Blow, you gotta be ready to get it. So it's either gonna be here or you're gonna go to the deep desert. But either way, the only way you find no, it doesn't show up on the map. You have to hear it. You have to, like the Spice Blow just happened a minute ago. You gotta fly up, look for the blow, go to the blow. The worst part about it with like those articles like a PC Gamer is people making ridiculous claims about how PvE ruined Dune Awakening. Guess what, guys? Dune Awakening was never ever promoted as a PvP game. Not once. Not once was it. Go back. I've been following this game for 4 years. Not once has it ever been promoted as a PvP game. It was only ever promoted as a multiplayer survival game. And here's what the PvP players will tell you. Nuh-uh. It was called an MMO when it first was announced. And MMO inherently means that it has PvP in it. No, you are projecting your own bullshit version of what MMO is onto the MMO terminology. MMO does not inherently mean PvP. MMO just means massively multiplayer online. And if you look at the vast majority of MMOs out there, they are PvE games. A lot of people just assumed that because Conan Exiles, so they brought all these assumptions on it. It's no different than the um, Oh, I'm gonna have to move these, aren't I? I'm gonna have to move those if I want to expand this out, which I do. So let's... Shit, what can I put there? I'll come back to that. MMORPG stands for Manly Men Online Role-Playing Girls. True, bro. That's so true for a lot of guys. Well, if I'm gonna spend hundreds of hours staring at an ass, I'm gonna want to stare at a nice ass, so I'm gonna make a female character. Thankfully, in Dune Awakening, they gave the males nice asses too, so I could stare at a nice butt, even though I'm playing a male character. Alright, we're gonna deal with that in a minute. I actually want to expand this out quite a bit because I want to. This is going to be a big production for like spice refineries and other stuff. Anyway, Dune Awakening was never marketed as a PvP game, so those types of idiots. I don't. It's just literally they're just projecting what they thought the game was going to be, and they're upset because they don't get to go around being griefers. This is going to be the facility for the well, there's two production halves to this. This is going to end up housing probably a garage portion, and then up top, way up there, I've got a carrier thopter bay, which I have to get a pentashield built for, but I have to get the energy facilities up first. But that can't happen yet because right now I gotta finish fleshing this out. So right now we're worried about expanding the garage production so that I can build spice silos long term. And I own a big chunk of land, so this is gonna be... I'm gonna have to deal with stability issues here. I'll have to go put a pillar over here somewhere. Okay. Now here's where I gotta take a look at this, because technically I am no longer gonna need this front. Designed this way. So I can get rid of this. Okay. Okay. Now, I am gonna put a pillar over here, I think. It would be really cool. Oh, you know what I wonder if I could do here? Hold that thought. Let's look at the inclines really quick. Can I die it back into the base? Is it gonna die at the top of that pentashield? Placement blocked by... the pentashield's gonna block it. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's demo that. Can I do the other angle, though? Oh, come on now. It doesn't want to do it. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I could totally make this work. Nope, nope, nope. No! Demo. Oh, I didn't mean to demo that. I'll fix it in a minute. Come on now. I wonder if this is going to give me the support I need, or if I'm going to... I may not be able to do this. I may have to actually build a pillar. I was assuming that this might give me what I need, but we'll find out in a minute. Oftentimes when I've been building these, I find out that it didn't quite work the way I wanted it to because of support issues. Ah, there we go. Now, let me see. Because what I probably need to do if I want to make this work, what if I go to structural? Out of sheer curiosity. Hang on, let me go up in here. Can I put this in here like I want to? Okay, why won't you place it right there, though? No, I want it right... No, I don't want it there. I want the other piece. I want to stick it right there. I may have to destroy a roof here. Because it'll place it right... Oh, oh, oh. You little honky bitch. Oh, you know what? It's not going to work, though, because I don't have the... Yeah, it's not actually wanting to do what I wanted to do there. So hold that thought. Those aren't going to work. Yes, the pentashield is a pain in the butt sometimes. I really wish they would let you put things through the pentashield, like drop a ladder through a pentashield. I think that would be so freaking cool. Like, I had a couple places where I'm like, just let me put a pentashield and then drop like a ladder through the pentashield. That would be awesome. Now, is that enough support? It's still not enough support, so I'm probably going to have to bury a pillar in here. Which honestly is fine. You're never going to see it. What wall is this? That is the Kaladin Palace wall. Palace wall. Boom. No, you're good. And then we want outer face. No, come on now. No, outer face. Okay, I am going to have to deal with support here. Oh. Can I bury a pillar in here and have this work? What if I put it right here? Is that going to be enough? Yep. Okay. However, is that going to be enough to give me what I want to do on the roof? Yes. And it's buried behind there, so no one will ever see it. Alright, let me drop down here and finish the face of this. I don't need to fill that in, because I should be able to get that with the inclines and not need to actually fill in the gap there. Oh yeah, beautiful. No one's ever gonna see it. Okay. And then we can finish fleshing out these walls like so. Gotta place one down here. Come on now. Give me the angle. Insufficient stability. What am I missing there? Oh, do I need to put like a... What do you mean insufficient stability? There's a pillar right there. What are you talking about? Do I need another pillar? Why not? Ah, insufficient stability. Why? Okay, what am I missing here? Can I wish I could put it lower down. Har, har, har. Well, I put that pillar right over there, and that apparently did not give me the support that I needed right here. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I gotta figure this out. Can it be a half wall, maybe? Because ain't nobody never gonna see it. Nope. Insufficient stability. But yet I can put something here. Hang on. But it's only going that way. I can't do it this way. But I can do something here. Maybe I get creative and build around. Just be like, for the purposes of making this work, I'm gonna make a small box here to hide that stupid hole. And no one's ever gonna know, because it's not gonna matter. I'm gonna hide it. Ha ha ha! Fuck you, insufficient stability. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm totally gonna do this. I'm just gonna build a random like build out here to be like, I'm gonna hide that tiny little gap where it said insufficient stability. That looks pretty good. I just gotta fill in the gaps here on the side right now. Which means building out a scaffold system. Ah! Alright, we gotta cap this off. Hang on. Is that... Okay. Do I do it this and then a half wall? That is indeed how that is done. Okay. Nice. Alright, so that worked nicely. Is this just east of Pinnacle? Yes. Like, the whole purpose of me building this base so that was when you come out of Pinnacle Station, you literally see my magnificent base right here. So, the whole purpose of this whole build right here was like, stare in awe of my magnificent base. Did I say good morning to Babylonia? I hope I did. That's right, Pete Gamerbot. And we're just going to fill in this little gap over here with a pretty little tree. A little triangle piece. I don't know how the stability works, to be honest with you. Butt naked with a scrap knife is how the alpha male T6 resource guys. Meme Video wants to know about the combat. Well, I'll tell you what, Meme Vid over on Twitch. If you go over to my YouTube channel, there's about 300 hours of live streams since the game went live, and you can watch hundreds of hours of combat, and you can make your decision. Matter of fact, there are several combat-specific videos in the YouTube playlist talking about combat in Dune Awakening, beginner's guides to combat, different types of combat. All of that will give you exactly what you need. So head on over to YouTube, MemeVid, and check out the YouTube videos for more information on the combat in Dune Awakening. Alright, let's keep fleshing this bad boy out. This is going to be the some sort of production facility down here. I don't know what yet. We're ramping up for T6 production, so we're going to need space for a massive spice refinery. Matter of fact, what I ought to do here is drop this down so that we have, and maybe put a stairwell down so that we have that's an interesting thought. Because we know we're going to need spice facilities. Now we're getting the stability issue here, so I got to figure this out here. probably need to build some more pillars. Let's see if that lets me turn the stairs. Yep. And then we bring the stairs down over here. Ooh, we are almost at the edge of the build space here. Okay. Now I should be able to build structurally. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is gonna work. This is gonna work perfectly. Perfectly. So this bottom section I should be able to use to put the spice refineries down here, because those are like 4 stories tall. Oh yeah, this is gonna work nicely. What just happened? Why did it drop a fuel cell? Not sure what that was all about. Huh. Yes, I know, I'm getting dehydrated. It's like beeping at me going, hey bro, did you know you're like dying from the sun? Oh, yeah bro. Alright, see ya, Floristic. I can keep going out here quite a ways, but I might want to make that floor instead of structural. We'll see here. But I do know... Okay. I don't know what I want to do there yet. Hold that thought. Because I do know that this whole section is getting turned into... like some sort of factory floor. We're not ready for it yet. I'm going to dump down and top off my... Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Thank you. My breakfast is ready, she said. Yeah, Atreides bases for the win, Zeticus. I'm 100% an Atreides build. Alright. Let's see here. So if I do this right, now if I go down here, I can go into this, and I can go into refineries, and I can take that massive spice refinery, and if I've done this right, I could place this down in here somewhere. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. I can have multiples down in here. Oh, this is gonna work out perfectly. So I'll be able to stick these down in here, Not enough support though. Okay, so I'll have to figure this out because they're not wanting to go over things. I don't have any pillars yet. But these will be able to go over here. Here, let me just drop one so they can see what it looks like. And then I'll be able to have multiple of those spice refineries down here. Right? We can have those down there on that bottom floor. Have a roof that covers them and everything, and still have all of this floor for production of things like the advanced vehicle fabricator, which is going to take up a whole section of space right here. For example. Oh yeah, this is great. This is great. Oh yeah. Yeah. We got this. We got this covered. So I'm okay to flesh this out. However, it needs pillars over on the floor, I think. Because it told me not enough support, so I bet I need to drop down here. And figure out how to make this work. Oh, but these have to be off of floors, not off of... That's right, that's right. Well, there's a way to do this. We can go roof, and we can connect... Well, it's not going to connect to anything yet. I bet I need to replace this entire outer edge. Instead of doing supports, we do floors. And then bring in the angles that I was using on the back end. Like we're doing everywhere else. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. I need to go get my plate of food, though, so let me do that. Because it's time to move into the mukbang portion of the stream, the ASMR portion. Oh yeah, we got plenty. I'll be right back. All right, she is getting breakfast finished. I had a couple bites of steak. It is perfect. Magic Best Buy is bitching about the amounts of ads on Twitch. Ads are how I make a living, bro. If you're gonna watch as a freebie, you have to suck it up and deal with the ads. I don't I don't care. Go cry somewhere else. Like literally you're getting free entertainment and you're complaining about ads. We talked about this the other day. I don't tolerate that. Go cry somewhere else. Seriously. Like ads on Twitch and YouTube are how I get to provide you with a source of free entertainment. So, you can either sub and not have ads, or you can watch for free, get what you get, don't throw a fit, and enjoy the free entertainment that I am providing you with. I stream 200 hours a month on average. Free entertainment. You don't have to pay a dime to watch. Mm-mm. Don't try to cry to me about free entertainment. Ain't gonna happen. Yeah, have you ever watched network television? It's way worse. I'm gonna bitch about the stuff that I'm getting for free because I'm an entitled Gen Zer. Do I want to build entirely into that? I don't know that I need to bring it out that far. I also don't have a ton of more space out here, so... Also, we got a bunch of rocks here, which are kind of annoying, but we'll make it work. Now, let me drop down and put a pillar here, or two. Let's see if it's enough to support that build when I decide to put it up there. Oh, I missed it. Alright, so that was... a fabricator. That was a refiner. Okay. Yeah, just put them on the just put them right here, baby. Thank you. La vitamina, por favor. Not enough support. There we go. So that pillar gave me all the support I need over there. So we're good. I don't know that I need to build it any bigger than it is right now, because I just don't know how many of these we're going to need long term. So this ought to be... we ought to be fine. Thank you, baby. Yes, 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 I know. Thank you, honey. My wife's yelling at me to eat my food before it gets cold. I will in a minute, damn it. I still gotta finish fleshing this out. I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet. I may not want to leave the... I don't think I want to do that pillar there because I don't want the pillar to be visible if I can have it be invisible. So I gotta redo that here in a second. But my plate of food did get delivered, so we're gonna move into the ASMR mukbang portion of the stream. What we got today, I got steak, eggs, beans, and garlic bread. which I will probably need to mute the microphone to eat because that's going to be really crunchy. Oh god, that steak is good. This portion of the stream brought to you by my lovely wife, aka the paid actress, if you believe the trolls. And yes, I eat on stream because my wife kicks ass and I celebrate her every fucking day of the week. And you're gonna enjoy this food with me. Damn it. Correct. You cannot beat steak and eggs. Oh yeah, Slacker, that's probably before you showed up. We've had some trolls in the past, I think right around Dragon Age Veilguard last year, who tried to claim that there's no way I'm actually married. That's just a paid actress. There's no way. What did they? There was the one guy who called me a low T. He called me a low testosterone beta male. There was no way I was actually married to someone. Fun times. People be people. Some people be crazy. But that one's always made me laugh because, like, Chris and I have had a public persona together since 2010. Like, we ran a public-facing business together as travel content creators and influencers. It's like, okay, sure. Yeah, she's technically she is paid for. She does get paid for her time because you guys pay for her paycheck the same as mine. All right. I'm going to finish my breakfast and we're going to get back to the base build here, everybody. But we are taking a brief pause. Technically, JK, technically, if we follow the line of thinking from those alpha male T6 node gathering PvP is the only way to play folks, um, if we follow their line of thinking, um, by the way, power just flickered. Did we lose the stream? I don't know that we lost the stream. Stream is good? Yeah, my everything flickered for a minute. Hang on a second. We're good on that. I don't know what happened there. I think I was just it is like heavy rain right now, downpours outside, so that could have been a power flicker. Yeah, it like popped in, it like went to battery for a second. and like went into performance mode for battery saves, and then came back. So then the lights went down. So I think it was just a power flicker. Anyway, if we follow the line of thinking from the T6 alpha males who claim that she's a paid actress, and also the T6 alpha males, etc., um, technically, and I say this tongue in cheek as a complete joke, so no one is allowed to take this out of context, but technically, again, tongue in cheek, my bitch stays in the kitchen and cooks my food for me. Who makes your food? Your mom, because you live in the basement. Who's a bigger bitch? Who's more alpha? The guy who has a woman who cooks and cleans and does all the things for him, or the one who still lives in his mom's basement? Wha-bam! Wha-bam! That's right. My wife still makes me sandwiches. Your mom still brings you Cheetos. Mom, I need a juice box. Renfail's being mean again. Renfail's telling me that I need to shut up, Mom. I need my juice box. Absolutely. What's up, Aaron? Someone somewhere will take it out of context. That's right, got him with the strong hand. Oh no, she's been in here making those same jokes on stream before. When we were playing Dragon Age Veilguard, there was somebody came in the chat, and Chris was standing right here, and she brought me a drink, and she said, "Hey, I've almost got your lunch ready." And on stream, I was like, "That's right, that's right, bitch. Go get my sandwich." And she laughed and like smacked me upside the head on stream. And somebody in the stream like lost their shit and like had a meltdown that how dare you treat your wife that way? And I was like, you obviously are new around here if you think that that's a serious thing that would ever happen in this house. My wife's Mexican and knows how to use a machete and a chancla. She don't mess around. I'm not allowed to step out of line. Never mess with the chancla. Never, never, never. Not to mention, I've got like 3 sisters-in-laws who would cut me up into little pieces probably if I ever messed with Chris. So, and she's got 2 brothers. I know my place. Ah, the word bitch was in it. It just auto-flagged it. Nothing wrong with being the kitchen bitch. We all know the alpha. The true alpha is the one who uses mouse and keyboard, not a controller. Oh. Alright, kids. I think we're good. let me take my plate back to the kitchen, and then we're good to go to continue the base build. Thanks for the gifted sub, Thadar. Appreciate it. My keyboard brings all the girls to the yard, and they're like, "It's better than your stupid controller, you bitch." Dun, 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 dun. My keyboard brings all the bitches to the yard. That's right. Okay, let's go back to the base build and try to figure this out. Pale Spider, yeah, so see, we've talked about that, like, Chris just loves animals. So her whole thing is, she's outside in the back. I keep joking about getting a Bluetooth webcam to sit up in the catio, because she's outside all day. And what she really wants is she wants to have her own little art studio, because she likes to paint and draw, and but she loves animals, so that's her thing. Like, she's outside all day, every day with the animals. All right, I need to see. Excuse me. If I can get this to work right here. If that's going to give me the support I need for those refineries. Because if it is, then I can build the walls out the way I want. Perfect. We're good to go. Alright, so that gives me what I want. So now I can go down here. We're not savages. We say good morning to each other in the morning in the hallway. What's up, Dogs Dodge? Thanks for the sub over on Twitch. Alright. Oh, you know what I am going to have to do, though, is right here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Gotta fix something. we need to go to inclines, and we're gonna do this like we did before. We're gonna put this right here, and it's gonna look nice and pretty. Damn it. You gonna work. You gonna give me that angle that I want. Yes, you are. You gonna get in there. Just like that. You gonna give me that angle. Yeah, baby. Come on now. Roasting in the sun. Don't make me roast anymore. Get in there. Man, it does not want to go from this angle. That's what she said. What the heck? Oh, you know what I bet it is? I bet it's that column. Yeah, it's that column I placed. I'm gonna have to figure that out. May have to put the column somewhere different. Hanging out now. I'm using Thufir's best. What do you guys got that makes it look like a squirt gun? Dune Watcher. Is that a new sniper rifle? So what you're saying is you're gonna make me go find, after I just spent 45,000 on a frickin' you're gonna make me buy a new sniper rifle. That's what you're saying. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you guys want me to go spend more money at the exchange. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's not enough that you've spent like 1,000,000 credits. Oh, it's the Landsrad weapon trainer. Do we have a Landsrad? Hang on, which rep vendor? In Arakeen? I've never looked at the rep vendor. Yes, I did. That's not true. I did look at the rep vendor a while back. Hang on, I'm dying of sunstroke here. But it requires T6 fabricator and resources. Oh, that would be why I hasn't really paid much attention. I believe the auction hall is the server group. Well, I don't know about server group, but it's the siege. It's your world server. Alright, give me a second here, because I actually got to build these inclines out first, otherwise I'm not going to know where I can place this. That right there is correct. No, get in there. I think that's what we needed. So then I can place. No, that didn't work. It's not what I wanted. A demo. Can I do that? that's right. Nope, that was the wrong piece. God damn it, I keep putting the wrong things in places where they don't belong. It's this one right here. There we go. Alright, that worked. However, I need to double check that it also is still going to give me the support I want up top. Binaries. Come on now. Don't tell me there's not enough support. I put you right there. See, now it's going to give me that stupid thing that there's not enough support right here on the edge. I bet I'm going to have to put another... I'm going to have to bury another pillar back in here somewhere. I just don't know where because I can't see shit in here. But is that going to block the angle? That's going to block the angle. I wonder if I need to come out one more. Just for shits and giggles, let's see what that did. No, that's still giving me the lack of support issue. Hang on. Nope. If that's placed right there, how close am I to the edge? Okay, that'll work. Problem is I won't be able to place... I can't place that right there because it won't. I would need to bring it out one more. Let's see if I can do that. Wrong floor. Wrong floor. Okay, that's gonna work. So I just need to redo the edge here really quick. Alright, when all this is done though, we're going to have space for the tier 6 spice harvester and all the tier 6 production for all the vehicles and advanced garment facilities and everything else. So the build is doing what it needs to do, which is the most important thing. It was just getting this stinking edge figured out. But I've got it figured out now. good to go. And I just gotta build walls for this business. And we are solid. I bet I could just do half walls here and not have to deal with the ramps. No. Spice blow! Someone was asking, how do I find spice? That's how you find spice. You listen for a spice blow and then you go. You go quick. Ah, there we go. Nope, that's the wrong angle. Damn it. It does not want to give me this angle right here. There we go. Ah! Some bitch. You're gonna get it. I'm gonna get you. Get you in there. Make you like it. This is like the impossible. Oh, I fucking had it just for a second. It was there. It was there and it's gone again. Oh, you snotty bitch. You snooty bitch! Oh, this is pissing me off. Fracking angle here, man. Rawr! Just gonna put a half wall. Yep. You get. Okay, there we go. Finally, Jesus. Oh, it's probably gonna be way easier to place it from up top. Ow! Does not want to let me do this. It's like, no, we're not gonna allow you to place the structure where you want. I'm gonna have to build some, here. Scaffolding for the win. Jesus, it almost dropped me through. I'm gonna have to go down though to get a different angle probably. Nope, there we go. This is a corner piece. Okay. I did, Devon, like the Sunday morning turnout for that experimental stream turned out better than I anticipated. So as long as we get that turnout every Sunday, I think we're going to continue to do that on Sunday mornings. Is we'll just do the combo, play 2 or 3 different games, do a lot of reaction videos, and then publish those reaction videos on Monday. All right. And then Transcend had a good idea, so there's a channel in Discord now. For people who want to do like Oh, I think that got placed in the wrong place. Hang on. For people who want to put, man, I can't tell what angle this is placed in this at, and it's hard for me to talk and do this at the same time. There's a channel now for people who want to put reaction type content into a channel in Discord to then have me react to it. I cannot tell what angle this is at this angle, if that makes sense. I think that's correct. Did that work? Yes. There's a tiny little hole there. I am not going to worry about filling that gap. I'll leave that for the little guys. Because that's what they do. Fill in little gaps, right? At least that's what your mom said. Okay. Now, I may decide to expand more in this direction. But at the moment, I think it does exactly what we need it to do. So let's just hold that thought. Let's build some walls. Because this has to be big enough to host a tier 6, the big spice refiner. So I think in the spirit of the walls we were building, we will continue to go with these. However, for lighting, we know we need a row of lights, so we actually might want to make this. That's not right. Let's do this. Because we know we're going to have lighting issues in here. Where's the big open windows? Were they these ones? Yes. Yes, there we go. Yeah, it's never as easy as you want it to be when you're building. Everything's like, no, that's the wrong angle. Not enough support. Not enough support. Not enough support. That's the bane of my existence, is the not enough support one. It's like, God, let me go bury a pillar somewhere underneath the wall where no one will ever see it. Now, the nice thing about this right here is, like, theoretically, it'll be pretty easy to expand that beyond this if I need it to be bigger. Because I still own everything back down this entire length. I own all the way over there, and I can still go over probably 2 more squares in that direction to the edge of the base. So. If I remember correctly, for that big-ass spice refinery, we got to go up 3 stories, if not 4. I'm going to place that here in a minute so I know how big I got to go. Big ass spice refinery. Let's just place you down there so I know. How big do I need to go with my walls? Pretty big. That's definitely 4. Yeah. 'Tis a lot. I'm gonna have to go out front and see what it looks like right there because I don't know. No. 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 What are you doing, dumbass? Right there. Now, out of sheer curiosity, we have not extended beyond the borders of that wall. We're being fine right where we is. Okay. Now, that gets us over the top of that. So let's build this all the way around and just see what she looks like because I might need to. That might be as high as I need to make it, and I can make a nice uniform square. Oh, damn it. Flip those the wrong way. Because this might be high enough that it's going to facilitate all the other T6 fabricators that I have to put in the garage, but I may need to build the garage up another level. I don't know yet. But I got to get these all placed first. By the way, where's all the runoff from this go? Are we toxic contributors to the water table in the Haga Basin from our spice runoff? Okay. Now, we should probably make this all about floors. Let's go ahead and do the windows. Oh no, we're definitely gonna have to build that up to a different height. Um, boy, I don't know if I can cap that off or not. I might have to go one more level all the way around. Because that looks like, I don't know if I can cap that with a... I mean, it just barely squeezes in there. That's what she said. Um, I don't know if I should go up another or not. I bet I do, because if I'm coming over here, I almost could use another height, another level of height. Especially if I want to have it match up everything here. Let's do that. Let's go around one more row. Just for the sake of it. I think anybody who claims this game is a buggy hot mess doesn't know what they're talking about and hasn't actually played the game. That's what I think. For whoever just asked that question. Mary over on YouTube. Yeah, anybody who says that this game is a buggy hot mess hasn't actually played it. I have about 300 hours of the game live streamed 100%. I think the only bug I've seen has been the one night that Joel was here watching live like 4 days after the game launched, and we had a quest NPC who didn't trigger the quest state, and I had to log out and log back in to have the quest NPC do his thing, and that was it. And it was just a server connectivity issue. So anybody who claims this game is a buggy hot mess is quite frankly full of shit. Are there bugs? Yep. Yep. There are definitely bugs. People have come across things. In our guild, there have been people who have come across things. But just because there are a handful of bugs does not make a game a buggy hot mess. Anybody who claims that is nothing more than a Reddit troll or a drama queen or a rage baiter trying to generate clicks for rage views on the internet. AKA what we were talking about yesterday. This is insane! I hope that's the outer face. Oh, I did fall. Are you asking me, Devon? Are you asking what structure I'm currently building? Or like, what's the purpose of this structure? There we go. Okay. Alright, that is plenty tall for that. And I could probably place multiples. Exactly. That's what, yeah, what Blackthorn said. I am pre-building. It's not for me. I'll never do this for my own. I am pre-building stuff for the guild. So that's a big ass spice refiner. Those can go down in this bay. And then now I'm going to continue the walls around. And we're going to flesh out this tier 6 production facility, which is where we will be able to put things like the large vehicle fabricator and so on and so forth. All the advanced facilities. And then I have a carrier thopter bay up top, which once we get all the duralumin in place, I'll be able to build the pentashields for that and have that squared away. So I do not need this stuff now. We probably won't even need it in the next week. But I am pre-building stuff so that we have this. I'm pre-building space is what I'm doing right now, so that we have all of the space needed. to house the facilities. It's not. Is it a coffee silo? You know what? We don't talk about my coffee. Yeah, that's you just hush you. You know what's gonna be really interesting here though is that I don't know how this will all wrap together. Theoretically, it should all work because um, is that the same height or do I gotta go up one more? This will be where I don't know. I can't tell. I think that's the same height as the garage, so this will all be, or the theoretically this will all be the same. I think. Well, in a perfect world, that'll probably end up, you know, in a long term, 6 months down the road, that may end up having multiple large spice refineries down in it. Like I said, future proof. I'm trying to future proof this build so that I don't have to do any future expansions, but I still do own the entire backside of this facility. So if I ever need to build anything out over there, I can. All right, so theoretically, I could now fill this entire thing in with a rooftop. But let me double check. I don't know that there's anything else that's really big, tall-wise, that has to be built in here. So let's just go through here. Let's go through all the utilities, which would be outside. But let's just double check. A spice-powered generator, that'll be outside. Repair station I already have. Recycler I already have. That I already have. Large wind trips outside. Pentashields, we're good. None of those go in here. So fabricators. Advanced garment fabricator, not that big. Can definitely go here. Advanced survival fabricator, not that big. Can definitely go here. Advanced weapon fabricator, can go here. Vehicles fabricator, yep. Advanced vehicle fabricator, plenty of space to put it on this floor. Refinery, medium, I already have. Large. Oh, yeah, I got plenty of space to place. Dude, this whole floor, this is it. I got it. We're done. I can cap this off with a roof and we're good to go. We have the entire tier 6 production fabricator factory floor laid out. Like it'll just be a matter of filling this in with machines as we get the materials for it. And down there is going to be the spice pit. Up here will be, yeah, all this stuff. Okay, cool. I'm good. We're done. All right, I'm going to cap this shit off. And probably put a pentashield door here for landing pad, maybe. I gotta figure out how I want to do that. It's probably a good idea to have this be a pentashield door that people can fly into. Ain't nobody driving in here. It'll be flying into this. Matter of fact, if I'm gonna do it that way, I gotta think about that because I gotta have something buried here in the wall so that I can have the pentashield connect to something. Oh, now I have floors in here, but I can't see anything. I Probably ought to build some walls that I can demo here in a minute. No, it didn't go where I wanted it to go. Here we go. Now, there should be in the wall buried there now. Alright, I need to build one more above it. Okay, now buried in the wall, I should have 2 structures. Now, theoretically, I can't tell if they're going into the wall, though, is the problem. I may have to build it from a different angle. Where you guys at? Where are those things at? Pace picker. Did it delete those 2? It may have deleted those 2 because I don't see them in the wall anymore. I bet it did because I don't have any floor placements. I bet I would need to build the walls and the floors in there to support the walls because I think they just disappeared when I pulled those walls out. Yeah, it totally demoed those. Okay. I'm gonna make this work. We're gonna figure this out. Okay. Those are in there, but I need a floor piece like right here. Probably no. I have no idea if those are built though. Yeah, there's a floor piece there. What happens if I demo this? We're still good? Yeah, we're still good. Okay, let's try this again. Overlapping other building. Oh, is that too high? Oh no. By the way, I don't see the walls anymore. The floor is still there. Oh no, there they are. I built the... Okay, the floor is... No, there's definitely a floor there. What floor piece is that one? Okay. Okay. Alright. I can't see it, damn it. This is gonna be a trick, man. Got it! Got it! Okay. Now I need to make this available for guild members. Woo, we are on the edge of power circuits. Okay, now that's available to guild members. I bet I need to make it bigger though, to be honest with you. I probably need to make it, like, that's gonna be really tight to fly in with an ornithopter if it's only 2 high. I probably need to make it 4 high, just in this particular section. So we have a little parking space right here. Let me play around with this. No, I don't want to do that far out because then I have to build structures. Let me just check this really quick. See, that already brings me out too far. I don't want to have to go out like that because then I have to deal with... When is it going to die into the wall? It's not going to die into the wall if I do it right there. Oh, yes it will. It'll die into the wall right there. Okay. Okay. I can make that work. I can make this work. The question is... Alright, I gotta go over here now and come back into this. Piece picker, where's it at? 1, 2... No. Yeah? 3. Alright, there we go. Now I gotta rebuild this pentashield. 3 high. Is 3 high gonna be big enough? Question is, do I have enough power? I bet I don't have enough power to do this quite yet. But that's okay. The pentashields will come in time. No, hang on. We gotta go back to this. Okay. No, gonna come. Oh, no. Go back in there. Oh, you're fine. You are not overlapping another building. Don't give me that shit. There we go. Alright, that ought to be plenty for people to fly their ornithopters in. Alright. Let's block this off. Um, Surely we'll have enough light in here. I don't need to put that as light. It's probably going to ask me for like support though here. Here we go. Tomb says I want all these things for their look versus any functional purpose. Nice. Yeah, I mean that's fair. Like and that dies in right there. Perfect. So now we can do rooftops. I'll be right back. All right. Let's continue. I gotta build the rooftop now. Somebody said they had to switch to decaf for medical reasons. I had to quit drinking coffee. I have had a hiatal hernia that has flared up from time to time. For those who don't know what that is, the hiatal hernia is inside of your esophagus, and it's what helps keep your esophagus closed, or it keeps it's like a cap that keeps your stomach contents from coming um, up into your esophagus. And I have what is known as a sliding hiatal hernia. And thankfully, it has not flared up in a few years. About 2 years ago, I had a really bad flare up, and it was about almost 3 months, if not, it was like 4 months. I couldn't drink coffee for the whole time. Like it got really bad. Um, but it sucks when you're trying to not drink coffee, man. It's no fun. Where did the name Renfail come from? It's a D&D character that I created like back in 1990, 99, 2000? No. When did Star Wars Phantom Menace come out? 1999? That was when I created the Renfield character in a D&D campaign. Oh, I better not get any stability issues here, or I'm going to flip my lid. I don't mind inside because I can put support columns as needed. But right here at this entryway, I better not get any support issues. I'm going to be like, fuck you. All right, and to test this out, that should be more than enough room for players to fly their thopters in and land. And that gives me the Star Wars style hangar bay door that I wanted. Perfect. However, now I gotta move these up to the rooftop. So let's make a ramp. Make some stairs and take these up to the roof. Dude. Come on. What is up with that? Insufficient stability. Whatever. I think I can get these from right here. Oh, you know what? I probably could have got them up here without even needing to build that ramp. Never mind. Move. Okay, now we get to just build rooftops, guys. It's so glamorous, right? We're gonna build until we get told that there's not enough support. And then we're gonna turn around and build pillars. Oh, I'm almost out of plastone though. We're gonna have to turn around and make some more. But I tell you what, we went through 3,000 plastone this morning. That's pretty impressive. I wonder how we're doing like total count wise now on base pieces. I wonder if we finally crossed 2,000. Yeah, it'll continue to be an issue too, Doombeat, because Unreal has a bit of a funky issue with there's some lighting issues, and they have yet to address it with their engineering team for Dune Awakening. So, like, if your base is in a shadow of a mountain, like mine is, during the daytime, it is pitch black inside. At nighttime, it's fine, but your lights will not pierce the darkness of the shadows, because that is a lighting and shading issue that their team has yet to address. It's not game breaking, so it's not high priority. It's not a big deal to me. Some people like to lose their shit over it because, oh my god, games should launch in a perfect state and there should not be any issues whatsoever when I play my games. And I'm just like, whatever. It's just, it'll get fixed one day. I'm not gonna throw a hissy fit about it. Lumen doesn't help. I have Lumen on. It doesn't affect it. There's the insufficient stability thing. I knew I was going to run into it eventually. Okay. That looks good, man. It's a big ass empty space for right now, but we're building in advance of. So, what I probably need to do here is to hide this. And I don't know if this will add any necessary support, but we will start here first and see what we can get. Oh, I'm out of plastone. All right. Okay, that is still running a boatload of aluminum, but we're going to cancel the aluminum now because I need plastone, sir. I'm going to wait for these 10 to finish so that we can keep. Hang on, I got to go stash some stuff in a box. That's one thing I really dislike, and that's a quality of life thing that needs to be fixed, is when you cancel a production order, it should put the items in a storage chest, but instead it puts it on you. And if you don't have room, it drops it on the floor. And if you don't pay attention to the fact that it dropped it on the floor, you would lose all of this ore in about 20 minutes. Because it's going to disappear in 20 minutes off the floor if you don't pay attention. All right. Correct. I mean, it's one of those things where if it's a core issue of the game engine, hiring an engineer to fix that is something that can cost hundreds of thousands to potentially $1 million+ to get it fixed. So it's just one of those things where how many players are going to really be worried about building a base in the shadow of a mountain and having a lighting issue? Is it a big enough issue that we need to spend $1 million to fix it? According to Reddit trolls, the answer is yes. My game needs to be perfect. Otherwise, I want my $50 back. Duh. definitely I need to put some pillars in here. What if I put one? Can it be a... We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I put one right there in the middle? That's far enough past. Yep, work. Get on up! He doesn't want to get up there. Oh, duh. God, this is going to be the moment of truth, finding out if this connects to the other structure. It should, because I built everything off of the stairs. I really hope that this works. Come on, let me tie it all together. Please work. It should work because I tied everything to the stairs. Yay, it works. Okay, we're good. We're golden. I am probably going to need some more pillars in here, though, because it's going to be like, hey, you don't have enough support to make it all the way over there to the edge. No. Man, I cannot wait to take the Thopter out and take a look at this here in about the next 10 minutes, because we're about finished with this whole build expansion. Because everything else is going to be interior. Insufficient stability. There it is. You knew it was coming. Oh! Come on, it's 3 rows. Please, please do not make me build pillars. Please, please, please do not make me build pillars. I just want to be able to cap this roof off. Please, don't make me build pillars. It's just 3 rows, bro. Come on, don't fuck with me. I'm gonna get to the middle and it's gonna be like, you are out of support. You know what I'll do is I'll build it. I would put a pillar on the stairwell. That's what I'll do. I'll make it work if I have to. You know the perfect part about this roof too? This surface provides us with an entire massive place for placement of like massive wind traps and those turbine generators and all the things that you can keep outside. And then extra landing space if people need it. I am gonna have to build some more guild storage though. Woot! I was able to build that whole thing without any more support. That is awesome. So all we had to have was those 2 pillars inside. So let's go take a look at this from the inside. This is a massive structure for all the T6 production that we're ever going to need. 1 pillar supporting the entire thing. a stairwell coming down, which I probably need to cap that edge right there, but I'm not going to yet. I probably also need to cap this edge. Fuck it, we're here. Let's do it. Wedge walls. Interface. 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 In her face! What? Is that right? Oh, well, I didn't need that little cubby. Come back here. Stairs are capped. Let's get some railings and... This one's gonna feel a little weird though. I feel like super dark in here. Oh my god. Let's put some railings around here because why not? Voila! Let us go take a look at the outside and see what she looks like with the build. Oh, I left the scaffolding. Bye-bye. Okay. So we have the garage aspect. You know what I will need to build is a stairway up to the next floor, because that way if people who want to park their buggies in here have a way to get up through there. Otherwise, we now have a massive commercial facility build ready to go. Comes out onto the back side of my property. And if I want to, coolest thing about this, guys, is I own all of this. So if I want to, I can keep on building all the way down to the base. I can build all the way out there back to where that wall is and could wrap around if I need to. So if we ever need more facilities, I could just keep on going in that direction. So, hashtag worth it in terms of 6 land claims. Look at that. Would you look at that? Sexy. The pillar coming right up through the middle of it. And I still have all that vertical space. So if we ever needed to, for some reason, to keep building, we could just keep building on top of that garage and keep coming up more and more and more. So this up here, I can't cap yet. I need the next tier of power to cap that, but that's going to be one massive pentashield. and that's where the guild carrier can drop. And we'll probably put storage chests up here. I've already got one storage chest here. It's not enough. This was temporary, so there's guild water and guild storage right here. People are contributing some plastone build stuff. Awesome. Some aluminum. Awesome. So we'll be able to get some more. I think I might. Yeah, I'm going to put some storage somewhere for the guild. And then I'm going to move that. You know what? I'm going to leave that there for now. Then we've got guild landing here. So guild members can just bring their thopters straight on in. Drop down. It's not a huge landing space, but it's enough to just get in there and it looks cool more than anything else. Cool. Yeah, it's totally dark as hell, dude. I can't help it. It's not my fault. Alright, let's check out how many building pieces I've used, because I'm genuinely curious. Have I crossed 2,000 building pieces? I did. I'm up at 2,500, so I've used half of the available building space. Plenty of room for more production. Plenty of room for more lights. Plenty of room for more storage boxes. More decoration pieces. I got lots and lots and lots of room. Lots and lots and lots of room. However, the next stage of this is literally, for me, like the next stage is this right here. Wind turbine directionals. I need probably a dozen of these. And that's going to take, it's 120 duraluminum per and 3 spice melange per. But ultimately, I need to have enough of these up that I can strip all of the existing wind turbines that I have up. And then this will power everything. And then once I get some of those built, I need to move to large wind traps. But priority right now is wind turbine directionals. We're a long way from doing spice powered generators. That's no. But this is feasible. That just needs a lot of duraluminum. So that's the next stage. Like, I have the structure built. Now I need to start building wind turbines. Probably get a dozen of those up and going. Finish the pentashields. And then start working on water storage, which are these large water cisterns. The hills are alive with the sound of thopters. I can't think of anything else I need to build, to be honest with you. Like structurally wise. I have everything, like the base is built. I've probably done all of the interior decorating I'm going to do for the foreseeable future. Everything else is just about setting up production facilities and penta shields. So I mean, it's all just turbines, cisterns, wind traps. It's literally the next stage of this. So it's just going to be a lot more aluminum mining every single day, aluminum mining, crystal mining, and just refinement into duraluminum. Speaking of which, I need to make sure that I set this to refine what it can. We're out of jasmium crystals. Boo! There you go. See? By the way, what is the access to a Landsrad tool vendor? Somebody said that's all T6 so though. Cool. All right, guys, that's enough. I'm done. I've done 7 hours today actually already. I did 2.5 of a Death Stranding 2, and then 3.5 of, I guess that's 6, right? That's enough. My eyes are tired. I'm still not recovered, so that's a wrap for today. I'll be back again tomorrow. We'll probably do the same routine tomorrow. We'll start off with Death Stranding 2 for 2 or 3 hours, and then move into Dune Awakening tomorrow morning, and continue the grind. Tomorrow we will probably do, I'll probably do some aluminum mining, crystal harvesting, and then I'll probably go run some deep desert testing stations tomorrow and do some more schematics, see if I can find something new and replenish the stockpiles, because I'm down to 300 grand. I'm a brokey again. Taxes aren't due until next cycle, right? I think we just paid them last week. I'm gonna double check before I wrap here. Yeah, we're due next week. Cool. If you haven't already done so, make sure to get over to YouTube. Follow along there, everybody. Game guides, reviews, TV shows and movies. Chris and I are currently watching season 2 of The Sandman. We're up to episode 3 as of last night. We'll probably watch another episode today. Doing those reviews late in the day, so those come out late at night. We've got some Death Stranding 2 content coming out today. We did a whole bunch of reactions. By the way, thanks to everybody who showed up Sunday for the experimental thing. We're going to be doing it again this Sunday. I had 50 to 60 people watching the whole time we did that this past Sunday, which is enough for me to consider doing it another weekend. And as long as the audience stays that size or gets bigger, we will continue to do that on Sundays. So what we're doing on Sundays now is when we start the morning stream, rather than just playing a game for 6 hours, we're just doing a stream that is gaming, chilling, hanging out, live reactions. So we play for 45 minutes, go watch some game trailers, play for 45 minutes, watch some game trailers, switch games, play something else for an hour and a half, watch some game trailers. So this past Sunday we did Rogue Trader, Death Stranding 2, Dune Awakening, all in the same session, and we watched like 6 game trailers and did a reaction video, which were published then on Monday. We're going to do the same thing on this upcoming Sunday. There is a Discord channel set up now for reaction style content in the Discord. So it says Renfail Reacts. If you have stuff you want me to react to on Sundays, I'll tell you what, Slacker, I have a big enough audience with Dune Awakening that I probably could go full-time Dune if I wanted to, but I'm not willing to do that. I have far too many other games that I want to play. It would be in a perfect world, it would be great. Like, hey, we can go full-time Dune. But unfortunately, I still love all my other games. I need some Strange from time to time. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.